If you woke up today feeling that you don't belong in this world, that you carry an inexplicable weight on your shoulders, and that you are destined for something greater than you can comprehend, so this is no ordinary video. This is the confirmation your soul has been waiting for. There is a rare type of person walking through this world who carries with him an invisible mark, a secret code engraved in the essence of his soul. These people spend their entire lives feeling out of place, different, misunderstood, not knowing that this is not a curse, but rather the clearest sign that they have been chosen for something extraordinary. They didn't choose this path. The path chose them. Since childhood, something inside them whispers truths that no one else seems to hear. They feel what others don't feel. They see what others don't see. They know what others don't know. And for years, perhaps decades, these souls wander through life trying to fit into a world that was never made for them. But there is a decisive moment, a turning point in which everything changes. And if you are here now, reading these words, feeling your heart race, then that moment has come for you. The 9 phrases you're about to discover are not just words, they are mirrors of your own soul, reflecting back to you the truth you have always known but were afraid to accept. You didn't come across this video by chance. What I'm going to show you today are 9 phrases that only a truly chosen one pronounces without realizing it. And I say right at the beginning, if you've said at least 3 of these phrases at some point, then that's no coincidence and music. So that's a sign millions of people in this world feel different, feel strange, feel like foreigners in their own life. They don't know why, they can't explain it. But deep in their hearts, they feel that they are here because something greater awaits them. Today, you will finally understand why you have always felt this way. Because he always had the feeling of not belonging, why you feel things before they happen, why you're so tired even though you've gotten enough sleep. Music. These 9 phrases will give you answers you've been looking for all your life, and the 9th sentence will change everything you thought about yourself. There is something very strange about chosen souls. They don't reveal themselves by what they do. They reveal themselves by what they feel, by what they perceive, and above all, by what they say without realizing it. Anyone who lives with a chosen one knows this, even if they never say it out loud. He feels that there is a different vibration, a kind of hidden depth in simple words. These 9 phrases you'll hear right now are no ordinary statements. They are not random expressions. They are not linguistic habits. They are spiritual signs, codes that escape when the soul awakens. Each of these phrases carries a symptom in itself, a clue, a proof that a greater calling is happening in this person. And perhaps, as you listen to these phrases, something in you recognizes the truth. You may remember situations in which you said exactly that, not as a rehearsed speech, but as a reflection of your soul trying to communicate with you. Chosen ones do not speak by chance. Chosen ones reveal, even without knowing it. And if you've said 2, 3, or all of these phrases, there's a good chance that your soul is already much more awake than you realize, because a true chosen one does not need to adapt. He needs to remember. Let me show you now the first of these sentences. It is perhaps the most important of all. It is the phrase that almost every chosen one utters at some point in their life, sometimes in childhood, sometimes in adolescence, sometimes in the middle of the night, when everything is silent. The phrase is, "I have the feeling of not belonging here." This is the mother phrase of all awakened ones. It comes on early and never completely disappears. It is the feeling of spiritual displacement, not out of arrogance, but out of vibrancy. The chosen one cannot stand superficialities. He feels that the world around him vibrates at a different frequency than his own. And this difference hurts. Maybe you know that. You're sitting in a group of people. Everyone laughs, everyone talks, everyone seems to be comfortable, but you feel like you're behind a glass wall. You are there, but at the same time, you are not. You can participate, but something in you refuses. It's not that you don't like these people, it is something deeper. It is as if your soul speaks a different language and no one around you understands it. This sentence is not a mistake. It is a sign. It shows that your soul knows where it comes from and knows that it is here because of a mission, not by chance. You are not here just to exist. You're here to make an impact, to change something, to heal something. This first sentence is like a key. It opens the door to everything else you'll hear today. Right now in the comments of which city you are watching this video, I want to know how far this knowledge has already gone. How many souls out there are awakening now? How many people at this very moment have the same feelings as you? Your city, your name, anything. Show me that you are there, because what I'm going to tell you next goes even deeper. The second phrase that only the chosen ones utter is this: I feel things before they happen. This phrase reveals the spiritual radar, the refined intuition of the chosen ones. They sense before they see. They understand before they can explain. They know before any material evidence appears. It is a connection to deeper layers of life. Layers that most people don't realize because they live internally with a lot of noise. Maybe you've experienced this too. You think of someone and suddenly that person calls you. You have a bad feeling before a trip and then something actually happens. You meet someone for the first time and you know immediately if they are good or bad for you. This is not imagination. This is no coincidence. It's your soul giving you information that your mind can't yet process. This sensitivity is both protection and responsibility, and therefore it weighs heavily. Many chosen ones try to ignore this ability. They're afraid of looking crazy. They are afraid that others will not understand them. So they are silent, but intuition is never silent. She always speaks. The question is only whether you are listening, and if you felt things many times before they happened, then that's a clear sign. Your soul is already awakened. She is already working at a higher level. She's trying to guide you. But what I'm going to show you now explains something that is even more important. Something you probably feel every day, but have never been able to classify properly. The third sentence is, I just want peace. When a chosen one says this, he is not asking for external silence. He is asking for rest for his soul. It is a request for spiritual survival. He is someone who has fought internal wars that no one knows about. Someone who discovered that peace is worth more than any luxury, any status, any achievement. Chosen ones want environments that don't exhaust them, people that don't consume them, relationships that don't hurt. Peace is food. Maybe you recognize yourself in that. You're tired of drama, tired of conflict, tired of people who always have problems. You don't want any more hustle and bustle. You want tranquility, true tranquility. The kind of tranquility that reaches deep into you and stays there. This is not a sign of weakness. This is not a sign of boredom. This is a sign that your soul knows what it needs. And it needs healing, it needs time, music needs breathing room. If you've said this phrase many times, then you're not very sensitive. You're not too picky. You are simply someone whose soul has been through a lot, and now she is looking for the place where she can finally rest. But here comes something that puts this desire for peace in a completely new light. Something that explains why you seek tranquility while feeling that there is still something waiting for you. The fourth sentence is one of the most powerful of all. She says, I know I have a purpose. I just don't understand which one yet. This phrase is born of an inner certainty that has not yet taken shape. It is like a compass needle that points north, but without a map. The chosen one feels that he is not here to live on autopilot. He feels a calling. He feels a mission. He feels something that drives him from within. The purpose does not reveal itself early. He reveals himself when the soul is ready. And this phrase is the sign that the seed has already awakened. Maybe you know this feeling. You wake up in the morning and ask yourself, why all this? You go to work, you do your chores, you live your life, but somewhere deep within you there is this voice, this low, persistent voice that says this is not all. There has to be more. There has to be a reason why you're here. This voice is not crazy. This voice is your soul, and it is trying to remind you of the reason why you came into this world, of the task that only you can fulfill, of the unique contribution you must make to this world. The purpose does not reveal itself all at once. It reveals itself piece by piece, like a puzzle that is slowly assembled. Every experience you make, every person you meet, every challenge you overcome adds a new piece. And one day you'll see the full picture. One day everything will make sense. But until then, it is important that you continue, that you follow the call, even if you do not yet know where it leads. And now we come to something that affects your daily life directly, something that explains why you automatically distance yourself from certain people. The fifth sentence is, I walk away when the energy isn't right. This is one of the most striking phrases of the modern chosen. They don't turn away out of arrogance, music, dislike, or presumption. They pull away because they feel too much. Chosen ones perceive energy before they perceive words. They recognize intentions before they recognize gestures. And your bodies automatically reject what does not correspond to your vibration. This is spiritual self-preservation. Maybe you've noticed that you can't put up with certain people for long. Not because they did anything to you, not because they were rude, simply because something in your energy depletes you. You come home from a date and feel exhausted. You don't know why. On paper, everything was fine, but your body tells you something different. This is your spiritual alert system, and it works for you. It protects you from people and situations that would harm you, even if your mind hasn't understood it yet. Listen to your body, listen to your energy. They know things that their mind doesn't. But now comes a phrase that touches something even deeper, something that perhaps marked his entire life. Music. The sixth sentence is, I have always been different, even when I have tried to be the same. This sentence reveals the silent struggle of someone who grew up trying to adapt. The chosen one tries to be normal, but his soul does not allow it. He tries to mold himself, but something about him disturbs him. He tries to follow the mass, but something deviates from his path. This difference is not a mistake. It is spiritual design. It is the sign of someone who has come to break patterns, not to repeat them. Maybe you remember your childhood, the times when you tried to be like others. You wore the same clothes, listened to the same music, tried to like the same things, but it never really worked. It always felt wrong, like a fantasy that doesn't fit, like a role in a play you never wanted to play. And then came the moment when you stopped trying, the moment when you accepted music that you're just different. And maybe that moment was painful, maybe it felt lonely, but it was also the moment when you started to be yourself. Music. Their difference is not a problem that needs to be solved. It is a gift that needs to be accepted. But what I'm going to show you now explains a skill that many chosen ones have and that often scares other people. The seventh sentence is, I feel when someone is not being honest with me. The chosen one reads between the lines. He recognizes falsehood in the look, in the music posture, in the silence, in the way he laughs. And that's why many people feel disturbed by him, because he sees. This phrase shows the gift of emotional insight, a kind of clarity that cannot be learned. Music. It is instinctive, it is inherited, it is spiritual. Maybe you've experienced that too. Someone says something to you, and your mouth forms the right words, but something is not right. You don't know what. You can't explain it, but you feel it. It's like a low buzz inside you that tells you, this is not the truth. This skill can be difficult to carry because you see things that others don't, because you recognize lies that others believe, because you see the masks that others wear. And sometimes you wish you could ignore them. You wish you could just be naive. But it cannot. Your soul does not allow it. This ability is a protection, but it is also an invitation to choose people who are true, who don't wear masks, who tell you the truth even if it hurts. And now comes a sentence that explains something that you probably feel every day, something that's hard to put into words, but when you hear it, you'll immediately know what I'm talking about. The 8th sentence is, I carry a tiredness that I cannot explain. Oh, this is not a physical fatigue. It is a fatigue of the soul. It's the weight of feeling too much, of perceiving too much, of carrying too much. It is the wear and tear of living between two worlds, the physical world full of expectations and the spiritual world full of callings. It is the side effect of a sensitivity that has not yet found rest. Do you know that? You get enough sleep, eat well. On paper, you do everything right, but you wake up tired. You go through the day with a weight you can't shake. It's not just physical, it's deeper. It's as if something in you is constantly working, constantly processing, constantly struggling. And this work exhausts you on a level that other people can't understand. This fatigue music is real. It's not imagination, it's not laziness. It is the sign of a soul that goes through a lot, that carries a lot, that heals a lot. And sometimes she just needs rest. True rest, not just sleep, but time to simply be, without expectations, without demands, without pressure. But now comes the last sentence, the 9th and most important of all. The phrase that unites everything. The line that shows that, despite everything, you still have hope. Music still believes. You still know that something bigger is waiting for you. The 9th sentence is, I know things are going to change for me. I just don't know when. This song phrase is the definitive signature of the chosen one. It shows inner faith with no logical explanation. It shows certainty without proof. It shows trust in the unseen. The chosen one feels that something great is coming. He doesn't know what. He doesn't know how. He doesn't know when. But he knows. This phrase reveals that your soul has already seen what your mind cannot yet recognize. Perhaps you know this feeling, this inexplicable knowledge that something will change, that the right time will come, that the right person will appear, that the right path will open up. It is not blind hope. It's not just positive thinking. It's something deeper. It's as if a part of you has already seen the future, and that part whispers to you, hang in there, it's coming. Trust that knowledge. It's your soul talking to you. It's the part of you that already knows where your journey is leading, even if your mind is still groping in the dark. If we now put all these 9 sentences together, the story becomes clear. The chosen one lives in a constant state of awakening between intuition, the feeling of a mission, the search for peace, and the energetic reading of people and environments. These phrases do not come out of nowhere. They are the language of the soul. They are spiritual codes that try to break through the surface of everyday life. Each sentence points to a stage, the awakening of identity, the activation of sensitivity, the search for healing peace, the call to purpose, energetic protection, the recognition of uniqueness, spiritual intelligence in relationships, the accumulated fatigue of internal struggles, the expectation of destiny. It is a complete spiritual journey, told through phrases that seem simple, but carry worlds within them. And if you've heard this far, then you're not just a spectator, you're part of this journey. You are one of those who are waking up, who are awakening, who are remembering. I want you to understand something. You're not here because you're looking for entertainment. You are here because your soul has guided you here. She knew you needed to hear those words. She knew music that you needed this confirmation. All the years you wondered what was wrong with you. All the moments when he felt alone, even though he was surrounded by people. All the nights you lay awake wondering why you're so different. Now you know. You're not broke. You're not wrong. You're not very sensitive. You are chosen. You are someone whose soul vibrates at a higher frequency. Someone who is here to make a difference. Someone whose difference is not a weakness, but their greatest strength. And now, I want to ask you something. If these words touched you, if you recognized yourself in these phrases, if you now understand that you are not alone with these feelings, then share this video. Share it with someone who also needs to hear this, someone who also feels different, someone who also seeks answers. There are so many people out there who feel alone, who believe that there is something wrong with them, who do not know that their sensitivity is a gift. Help them find out. Help them awaken, help them remember. And subscribe to this channel, not because I need to, but because you need to, because here there is still more knowledge waiting for you, more answers, more confirmation, more guidance on your way. You are not here by chance. You are here because you have been called. And that call doesn't end today, it's just the beginning. The phrases you heard today are like seeds. They were planted in fertile soil, in the soil of your consciousness, of your soul, of your heart. And from now on, they will grow. You'll start to see these phrases differently. You will no longer see them as signs of weakness. You will recognize them as signs of strength, as signs of your spiritual maturity, as signs of your calling. Every time you say, "I feel like I don't belong here," you'll remember Sion's song, "That's because I come from somewhere else." Every time you say, "I feel things," music, before they happen, you'll know, "This is my gift." Every time you say, "I just want peace," you will understand, "This is because my soul needs to heal." Every time you say, "I know I have a purpose," you'll feel, "This is my calling." And every time you say, "I know things are going to change," you will believe it because your soul has already seen what is coming. You are not alone on this path. There are thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of people going through exactly the same thing, saying exactly the same sentences, having exactly the same feelings. And they are all part of one big family, a family of souls who are here to change this world, to bring light to the darkness, to bring love to hate, to bring truth to the lies. You are one of them. Never forget that. In the coming days, you may have moments when you doubt, moments when one wonders if all this is true, moments when the world pulls you down again. In those moments, remember these words. Remember what you learned today. Remember who you really are. Not what others see in you, not what you see in the mirror, but what your soul knows. You are chosen. You are special. You're here for a reason. And that reason will reveal itself piece by piece, day after day, experience after experience, until one day you wake up and see everything clearly. Until one day you understand why everything had to happen this way, why the struggles were necessary, why the tears were not in vain, why the waiting had a meaning. On that day you will look back and smile. You'll see how each piece of the puzzle fell into its place. You will understand that nothing was by chance, that each pain brought you closer to yourself, that each tear purified you, that each struggle strengthened you. This is the journey of the chosen one. It's not easy, it's not simple, but it's infinitely valuable. And you're in the middle of it right now, right here, right where it should be. Trust the process. Trust your soul. Music, trust in life. It carries you, even when you don't always see it. It guides you, even when you don't know the way. She loves you, even when you sometimes feel lost. You're not lost. You just haven't arrived yet. But it is on the way, and each step brings you closer, closer to your purpose, closer to your peace, closer to yourself. Thank you for listening to the end. Thank you for being open to those words. Thank you for having the courage to be different. The world needs people like you. People who feel, people who see, people who know, Stay on your path. Don't stop looking for answers. Don't stop believing in yourself. Don't stop waking up. Your soul has guided you here, and it will continue to guide you to places you can't yet imagine, to people you don't know yet, to experiences that will change your life. All you have to do is keep going. One step at a time, one day at a time, one breath at a time. You can do it. You were made for this. You were born for this, and the world is waiting for what only you can give. Don't give up. Never. Your light is needed now more than ever. And so, dear chosen one, we come to the end of this revelation, but to the beginning of your true journey. Every word you absorbed today was not an accident. It was recognition. It was remembrance. It was awakening. You came here because something greater than simple curiosity brought you. It was the silent call of your own essence, seeking confirmation in the universe. Now you know that the discomfort you've always felt wasn't a sign that something was wrong with you, but rather that you were too right for a world still learning. Your sensitivity is not weakness. It is your most precious superpower. Your tiredness is not laziness. It is the sacred weight of carrying light in times of darkness. And that deep knowing that something is going to change, that unshakable certainty without concrete evidence, is your soul already living the glorious future that your present is building. Don't allow any more days to be in doubt about who you are. You are rare, you are needed, you are exactly what this world needs. And always remember, chosen ones were not made to fit in, they were made to stand out, to shine, to transform. Your time has come.